for some for a couple. When I first moved to this house from Chelsea, I didn't have cable, didn't have. I would lay on this bed and go through Facebook feeds and then YouTube back and forth all day, all night. I did that for a long time. And then in my faith walk, I felt, I don't know God's voice, I admit it, but I hear thoughts all the time, different demon, an angel, a good spirit, confesses that Jesus Christ came in the flesh into the world. And I somehow get convinced that God says that government has put you through the ringer. It didn't articulate that, but that's the premise that, in fact, you can have sex with anyone, that you are fine, and God trusts you. And I go on my YouTube feed, specifically they're showing me young boys and some young girls. They started going through that. But then it's like they're satanic, that when I, in my mind, think and give into that thought, then in fact they sometimes put the very next thing, a cop or something, right? Like a cop video, like, you gave into it, now you're guilty, you're going to prison. It's like, well, can you guys just take it off my feed? That's what I do to learn the world. Go through YouTube and Facebook, and Facebook won't let me talk to people. It's just a way, you're just killing Americans. You're just trying to depress and make suicide. Like my uncle. You guys killed my uncle with your deep state tactics and big tech toys. Can you make up your mind? I guess you want to Epstein people that would go against you politically. You'd put child porn, hypnotize them, ASMR, that makes sounds, and then later on when they're horny with sounds, have a little girl do it, and then you're thinking about that little girl subconsciously, or you do it in different ways, deep state tactics, and then you won't allow, when I go out to a restaurant to have a coffee, to talk to people, you have people there that supposedly act like they know me, but they don't. And when I talk, it's a setup, like, we just want to ruin your name. That's all we're here for. Just a setup to make you look crazy or stupid or like a pedophile. I go out and it's the same deal all the time. It's just, I want to get a wife and do it God's way. I waited. I got born again and never had anal or vaginal sex or oral sex with a woman. I never had anal sex with a man. I never been with kids, and during my born again experience, a little bit less than 20 years. One time I did, I told on myself to my parents. They called the cops. The cops interviewed me. I was like, I'm guilty. I don't know. God wants me to tell on myself. And then they put in my feed all these kid stuff. It's like, and then when you give into it, it's like, you're guilty, you're evil. And it's like, can you just take it off the internet and let me just do the internet and talk to people? I mean, I got all these years, I probably got like 10 comments that were bots. You know, they put one thing down, you put something down, and they're like, fuck you. And you're like, okay, wow. They won't let me get a wife. They want me to go on a date. They're throwing symbolism like go to a prostitute, and I'm like, I don't have the money. Even if I did, is there a possibility we could fall in love? I don't want to go out and get diseases. It's fun having sex if you're in love.